Coming up on this program, we show you how to get connected. Find out how to choose an internet service provider. Discover the newest form of communication, electronic mail.
Ways down and ready to ride. One by 1 billion by billion, they're holding up half the sky. Raise your hand if you're ready and willing. If you know it's time. Time for a girl on time. Time for a girl on time. Time for
Hello, everybody. I just heard something weird. Our F's in the chat for my Fitbit did not work yet. It will not charge still. I've tried turning it on and off again. I've tried everything. I begged it. I pleaded with it. Everything. So I added a new one to my Amazon wish list to manifest it, hopefully. And hopefully, yeah, critical battery 1%. Anyway, I hope everybody has been doing well. Autistic Shill, hello, hello, hello. Mama Llama is here. You got the grand babies and your nephew there. Is that what you said? Oh, sending them outside to clean the house is a really good idea. I also, whenever I'm dealing with children and I am like we're out and about, it's little children. You can't do this with a certain age, but I always say, I'll be like, guys, I really need your help. I need to count the windows on this building. So we have over here 1, 2, 3. Can you guys help me? And we'll count them. That's when my daughter was really little. I remember specifically we were at like a night market and I had all the kids running around the fucking thing, counting all the windows on the school. And then bringing them back. And the important thing is you can't forget that you've told them this important task. They will be back and you must. I was like writing it down. I'm like, oh, okay, Jimmy, how many did you get? And Susie, how many did you get? I hope everybody's doing well. I woke up not super early this morning, but I woke up. I took a caffeine pill. Yeah. I put on my Expecto Patronum shirt, and I cleaned up my office, which is basically where I live. So that's good. That's good news. And I have plans later tonight. So we got to get going because we have to cram in both this show and members only. We're going to start with, and I know this is probably a bad idea if we're trying to move fast, but Judge Dead Air Buffers. I'm so mad about the Fitbit. I want to put it away. I want to wear it. I mean, I've bought so many Fitbits over the years. I don't know why I continue to do it. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. Anywho, like I said, let us get going to the court. Oh, also I have lemonade and coffee. So we're good to, oh, and I took the caffeine pill.
To increase public access.
Sorry, did you just say YouTube, Judge? Did you say YouTube? Listen, I don't baby them. The screen doesn't die. Normally I get a rash with my Fitbits, but when I buy these metal bands, you see how it's like, these are magnetic metal bands. Sounds like, magnetic metal band sounds like a cool band name. Anyways, so my main concern with Fitbits is generally that I get rashes on my wrists from wearing them constantly. but inevitably within 1 to 2 to 3 years, right outside of warranty, let's put it that way, they fuck up. Now, I'm rough with the screen. Like, the screen isn't the problem, in fact, and the screen still works. It's apparently the battery charger. So I guess, and this is the problem, right? I guess what I should try is a different charger, sure that it's not a charging issue as opposed to a Fitbit issue. But to do that, I got to buy another charger. And that's frustrating. I switch wrists as well because I legit, well, I switch wrists unless I've got the metal band. With the metal band, I don't need to switch wrists. It's perfect. It doesn't give me, it dries through it, I guess. I think the main issue is when you get wet under the band or you sweat, it can, like, my skin would peel. It was bad. And yet still, I was like dedicated to Fitbit. Then one time it died within the warranty period and they sent me a new one. And then that one died within like a month and they wouldn't send me a new one. They said, well, that one's not under warranty. I said, what? It's fucking month old. What are you talking about? And they wouldn't honor the warranty on the replacement that they had sent me. And I protested and stopped. But yeah, maybe it's the charger. I just realized I've been using the charger as a magnet. Maybe that's not ideal. You just saw that happen real time, that process there, where I was like, is this, but see, I really like wearing it. I miss it. Anyways, let's just watch this for a little while. I'll think about my Fitbit predicament. Hi, Tammy.
Well, let me explain how we'll proceed today. You've all received a traffic ticket of some sort or some version of that, and you've asked for a contested hearing, which is what we'll do today. When I call your case, if you're in the courtroom, you'll come on up to the table here. I'll swear you in, and then I'll hear from you. And if you're remote, just unmute and activate your camera, and I'll swear you in, and I'll hear from you. Then I'll read the officer's report, and then I'll determine the finding on the ticket. The officer's report, as you all, I suspect, know, was made available to you through the notice you received telling you how to join the court. And it also told you how to.
Why are you in the parking lot? Just sitting there, Teresa? Are you scoping somebody out? Is there a hot lady in the parking lot? I'm glad to see you. Somebody was asking about you yesterday. I can't remember. Anyways, Jay's here as well. Yeah. We're obsessed with what we call cheater bacon around here, Teresa. So that is microwave bacon or Ready Crisp, I think is the brand, Ready Crisp.
Access the officer's report, and hopefully you've read that. And for some of you, there would be another option besides the contested hearing, and that is called a deferral. A deferral would let you keep the ticket you face today off your driving record. If you ask for a deferral, you would agree to pay $150 in court costs. If you have one infraction on your ticket, you will pay more if you have additional. And you would also agree to go 6 months without another ticket. If you do both those things, then the ticket you face today will not go on your driving record. And the advantage to you of that occurring is if it's not on your record, it does not impact your insurance rates. By law, you are entitled to one deferral every 7 years, and I will let you know when I call your case and I review your record whether you are eligible for a deferral. So we'll start off this afternoon with Sandra Curry. Ms. Curry, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Sorry about that.
All right, we have your audio and looks like maybe you're trying to join video there. There we go. Very good. Thank you. You have
I'm pretty sure it's ready with an I. Oh, hold on. Do you guys not have, of course, as I say the name, as I say it, I feel so stupid. You don't have Maple Leaf Foods? You're so dumb, Paisley. Why are you even asking the question? Of course they don't. Do you though? It's like lunch meat and like bacon, meat products. Maple Leaf, they had a really big like food poisoning thing like 10 years ago. Some people died. Maple Leaf Foods. I'm 100% positive that's the name. You don't have it. It's a huge brand here. It's so weird to me that is so. Well, no, listen. Yeah, maybe that is why. I don't know. They want us back. You know, people started buying. Well, I don't eat lunch meat to begin with, but yeah. As I said it, Maple Leaf Foods, I realized that's gonna be a Canadian brand for sure.
have a seatbelt
Thank you.
ticket. You did a deferral a couple years ago, so you're not eligible. If you'd raise your right hand for me, please. Ms. Curry, if you'd raise your right hand. There we go. Thank you. Do you swear the testimony in this case will be the
Yes.
truth, all truth, and nothing but the truth? You can just
do.
say yes. Yep, thank you.
Yes.
Okay, that's great. All right. Did you read the officer's report?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to take a moment and read it, and then I'll hear from you.
You couldn't read it out loud, Judge? Hold on. So I'm just looking at Maple Leaf Foods because I want to know how big of a company they are. Oh, sweet tea! Thank you so much. Do. Awesome. Members only
All
after
right.
this. Judge.
Ms. Curry, I've read Trooper Barnes' reports. Go ahead. Anything you want to tell me?
That I had requested first of all for the officer to be present today at this hearing.
Okay.
Because
Hold,
I
yeah, hold tight on that for a second. Let me check.
disagree. I did have my seatbelt on.
Okay, so I wonder what the rule is on this, by the way. Also, I just want to point out how big of a company Maple Leaf Foods is. You'll maybe understand why I thought they would be in America too. They've been around since 1927, which is almost 100 years. They are headquartered in Mississauga, Ontario, and revenue in 2019 was $3.94 billion. $3.94 billion. Those are Canadian dollars, but that's still a lot of dollars. Okay. And how many employees do they have? Why doesn't it tell me? I want to know how many employees they have. 24,000 employees. So that's a lot. Autistic Shield, thank you so much for becoming a member. And did I see that correctly? Miss T gifting memberships too. Thank you so much. Miss T, sweet tea. Why am I calling you Miss T? I'm learning to be American and very polite. We don't call people Mr. and Mrs. here very often, but sweet tea. Thank you very much. Okay, yeah. So in 2008, I don't know if I have to say allegedly. I'm gonna say allegedly because I think they're incredibly litigious. But 22 people died. So people were a little off of the oh, we know. Oh, I wish I were an Oscar Mayer wiener. That is what I truly like to be. Oh, I wish I were an Oscar Mayer wiener. Then everyone would be in love with me. Teresa, bye. Have a great one. Thank you again so much. Is that the song? Is that the Oscar Mayer song that you guys have too? Because apparently we have that. So we have, I don't know that, I think we do have Oscar Mayer brand. But
Okay. Well, you're entitled to make that request, which you did. And I don't know if you're aware, but we received a response back that Trooper Barnes is no longer with the State Patrol. So his inability to be here and testify in this case means that I will dismiss the ticket. So you're all done. Thank you, Ms.
Thank you,
Curry.
Your Honor.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Yep. Megan Maxwell. Ms. Maxwell, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
And if you'd raise your right hand for me, please. Swear, pardon me, do you swear the testimony in this case to be the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
You may have a seat. And Ms. Maxwell, you have a speeding ticket. You did the deferral in Grace Harbor last year on a speeding ticket, so you're not eligible. Did you review the officer's statement?
I did not. I did not see
Okay.
that. That was an option.
yeah, that was a big D.
I'll tell you what it says in the essential points. It's a statement by Trooper Morehouse dated March 24th and indicates that at 7:49 in the morning, monitoring traffic in Thurston County using a radar in stationary rear mode, which means radar was pointing back behind his car as he was parked on the side of the road.
And
That observed your vehicle southbound on Route 101 in the left lane. And it looked to him like your car was going faster than the posted speed limit. And then he heard the radar emit a sound that it was tracking your vehicle. And then he noticed, or the radar said you were doing 67 in the 45-mile zone, which must be the zone right out here, I'm guessing. And he said that is consistent with what his observation was of your vehicle. And he said that in speaking with you, you said that you thought she was going 70 and asked if he could give you a warning as she was on a deferral at the time. So that's basically that's the essence of his sworn statement. So go ahead.
So I am hopefully seeking a dismissal of this ticket, being not in a clear state of mind at the time of the infraction. I take ADHD medication and
girl, so the fuck do I when I have it. And ain't no fucking way I would try and use that to get out of a ticket. I'm offended with somebody with what the doctor described as rampant ADHD. I already don't like where this is going, Judge. Give her the damn ticket.
I ran out and could not get another doctor's appointment until May 15th. I had to switch insurances.
Mhm.
And so that was about 2-3 days after I had stopped taking my medication.
Again, we're now looking, it's been since January for me. So we're looking at 5 months, almost 6 months. Oh my gosh. Coming upon 6 months of unmedicated Paisley. Managed to not do anything illegal. Okay, bitch. And yes, I have a bad potty mouth.
And so I'm back on it. I'm doing better now, and I am taking this seriously, and I don't want to mess up the deferment that I'm already in. And so honestly, I'm just asking for a little mercy of the court. It was just not my best day. I do have some paperwork to back it up if you need to see that.
No,
But-
there's no reason for me to not believe you. So in other words, I believe you. The issue will be a little bit different, however, because speeding isn't what we call an intent issue. There doesn't have to be any indication that you intended to speed. It's just that you were speeding. The only issue I can determine is were you speeding or not speeding, and in this case, obviously you were. The way I can deal with that is to address it by reducing the fine. He actually did that by just citing you for 5 over instead of 22 over. So that significantly reduced the fine. So it looks, actually it's so low that I can't reduce it below that. So it'll be $114 and we'll give you a slip to take to the front window. Hopefully, let me just take a look. I don't know what Grace Harbor's policy on deferrals is.
I think they said if I get an infraction while I'm on it, then both infractions will go onto my driving record.
And how long do they say you are on it?
A year.
If that's the case, then you'll get a finding of committed. For us, it's 6 months. So, and courts have different standards. All right.
All right.
So I'm glad you're doing better.
Thank you.
Yep. And you can just take this, here you go, just take this slip out to the front window.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Sure, I didn't see a place where you could see the officer's statement. Is there a spot on the?
Yeah, but we'll deal with it when I call you up. Doug McConey. Mr. McConey,
Doug
good afternoon.
McConey.
Raise your right hand. First, if you'd take off your hat.
Oh, sorry.
That's all right. Do you swear the testimony in this case to be the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
And do you have a Discover Pass?
Yes.
All right. And did you have one on that date and forgot to put it out?
Yeah.
Is that a toll? Is a Discover Pass a toll thing or is it a bus pass? Anybody in? Well, I am self-medicated. That's true. I don't deny that. I smoke weed still. I have talked to my doctor about weed. So I do still smoke weed, high concentrate weed, as I'm packing my pen with THC diamonds that I found. But I don't have Ritalin, which is what I normally would take. And for a long time, I was taking gabapentin as a mood stabilizer to help me with my mood. But gabapentin became the biggest problem of pills that I ever took. So I stopped that one over a year and a half ago. And then the Ritalin, honestly, I have run out and I have a hard time getting into a real doctor, and I would take it if I had it, but I don't. I just got weed and caffeine.
Yeah, I put it in my console so it didn't block my view when I
Okay.
was driving, and my dog distracted me. So it's the only
Wait,
excuse I
either
got.
dog eats the homework or the dog distracts you.
Yeah, we were
Okay.
doing this and that to get him out of the car and
Yeah,
off
all
to the
right.
trail. So
Where was this at?
Millersvania State Park.
Yeah, they're pretty diligent about checking.
Oh,
for
they're in
Discover
and out of there
passes.
all the time, and I knew that too. And when I got back, it was an hour later. And
Okay, but your Discover Pass was current on that date?
yes, it was good through October.
Okay,
Yeah, they
All right.
took a picture of it up front there.
great. Really, our whole goal is just to make sure that people who are using those resources, contribute to them by having the Discover Pass, so I'll find not committed on the ticket. You're all set.
Oh, we're good?
We're good.
Dismissed? Okay.
Yep,
Thanks. All right,
Yeah.
thank you, appreciate it.
you're welcome. So you know I have to ask. Related to the subs?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah. Thank you. Have a
all
good
righty.
day.
Yeah, you too. Bye-bye. Azim Modak. Azim Modak. Nobody responding. I have a request for continuance. This is the second one.
God damn it, Judge. What is taking you so long? He is so slow. But if I if I move it at all in StreamYard, there's no easy way to move like 20 seconds. Like, they don't have that. Are you listening, StreamYard?
All right, I'll grant the request to continue for Mr. Modak, and let's continue it into early September. Or sometime in September.
You guys are my mood stabilizers, truly.
Bruce Moreland.
Bruce, get up here. Bruce.
Mr. Moreland, good afternoon.
Excuse me?
I said good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
And if you raise your right hand for me, swear that testimony in this case to be the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
I do.
Thank you. And Mr. Moreland, you have a seatbelt ticket. You are eligible for a deferral on that ticket, or you can contest the ticket. It's up to you.
I have contested the ticket.
Okay.
Oh, we're happy you found us. We're a big happy family. Food is actually a really important mood stabilizer, and actually I've forgotten the most important one for ADHD, which is also
Okay.
free.
We're
Judge,
back where we
you need to wait. Judge, we wait for you a lot. You're gonna wait for me. Oh yeah, you need a certain number of subscribers to do a live. I don't know what the rules are on that. But exercise. Seriously, exercise, hard exercise is as effective as Ritalin for me personally with my ADHD. Because it is I don't know why. I think it's the dopamine, I guess, that you get after you exercise, like, or serotonin or something. But whatever it is, I know it works. So I should do it more. I don't. But really, for ADHD, you just need to find out what the sex, drugs, and rock and roll are for you. Hopefully not literally sex and drugs, although to each their own. We don't kink shame around here.
You were before.
Yes.
I'll dismiss the ticket.
Am I dismissed?
You're up.
Thank
Yes.
you.
And for the record, that's based on Trooper Barnes not being present in court. Heidi Ricewig Parker.
Big D again, Patty.
Mhm. See that?
But I think I am going to pick up some more caffeine pills today. That's a good point, Crazy Cat. Yeah, sometimes seeing other, like I have my best friend, she's always, it's funny because like she's been thinking that she might have ADHD, but when she talks to me, like we connect on a lot of those things, but I'm sure it's also a little bit comforting to see me and be like, oh, at least I'm not like
Request
that.
To reset, let's reset approximately 30 days. Timothy Schmidt. Timothy Schmidt.
Timothy
Nobody
Schmidt.
responding. And counsel has been hired, so we'll put this on the private counsel contested hearing calendar. Kevin Smith. Mr. Smith, raise your right hand for me, please. Swear that testimony in this case to be the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Yes.
You have a seatbelt ticket.
I don't get seatbelt tickets because I
And
wear
your
my
affidavit
seatbelt
is
all the
from
time.
Trooper Kirkaby, and I'll let you know what he indicates in here.
Okay, thanks.
Sure.
Yeah, I didn't know there was a spot you could go see it. I didn't know where I emailed in and they emailed me the date, so. I didn't
Yeah, on that notice, there should be something telling you how to access your file.
On this notice?
Well, on whatever, on the original notice of hearing
Oh,
you got from us.
okay. And I didn't get it. I emailed back and forth, so that's why.
Okay. All right.
Anyway, it's okay.
Said you were sitting in the driver's seat. You observed not wearing a seatbelt in a properly adjusted or properly secured fashion. The buckle is hanging to your left. The shoulder strap was observed against the B pillar of the vehicle, not visible across your chest.
So I know what A pillar, B pillar, and C pillar is because I used to sell cars. The A pillar is the first part of the car. The B pillar is, in fact, where the seatbelt would be. And then the C pillar is in the back. Why did we know that? I don't know in what context you would ever. Oh, the crush test. That's right. They do these crush tests where they like flip the car and show you what would happen if it rolled, and the pillar strength is really important. So in a Volkswagen, it's triple welded steel, so it really holds up strong. Look at me, so indoctrinated. And this was funny because I used to show this picture of a Hyundai, which is the car that I used to drive at the time. But the B pillar was, and the A pillar was crushed when it went onto its top, whereas in the Volkswagen, it held its own.
Observed putting the seatbelt on as the officer approached. And the officer said that you told him you just jumped in the car and forgot to put it back on.
What?
And that's his sworn statement, essentially.
Interesting, essentially, huh? So that's kind of strange. He said he saw me. So basically I just pulled out and got on the road and then pulled back in. I actually was pulling off when he actually pulled me over. I actually had a hay load of a little hay on back, and it had these plastic wraps and the end was flapping in the breeze. And so I was looking back at it. I'm not sure even when, because he even when he came up to me after he pulled me over, he says, "Oh, I see you have your seatbelt on." And I'm like, "What?" I didn't even know I don't remember anything about the seatbelt, honestly, as far as.
So this is, again, guys, why it's important. If you get a ticket, you just ask for the cop to come because they tend not to show up. That's the key takeaway from all of the mitigation or these types of hearings that I've ever heard is, at the very least, ask for the cop to show up. But keep in mind, if you were a dick to that cop, he's probably going to show up.
I know it was on when he walked up beside me, but I had it on when I pulled out. I mean, I was actually, I was looking at the mirror, so I don't know if maybe I know I was out there like looking at the mirror intently, trying to look at that trailer. And when he actually walked up by, he looked at the trailer. So I assumed there was something wrong with the trailer. He thought there maybe was something wrong. That's why he was pulling me over. I had no idea.
Okay, so you had the seatbelt on the whole time?
Yeah.
The vehicle was on the road?
Yeah.
Okay.
I might have put it on when I pulled out of this Chevron station. I might have pulled it out when I came up out of the Chevron station. That's possible. But the whole time I was on the road, I had it on. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Based on that sworn statement, I'll find not committed.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, we are moving to our 2:00 calendar. And for those who have just joined us, I'll repeat briefly. You're here for a contested hearing, which means you've been cited with a traffic ticket. You wish to explain to me why you should not have received it. And I'll put you under oath. I'll hear from you. I'll then read the officer's report, and then I'll decide the case. For some of you, there is another option, and that option is a deferral. A deferral would let you keep the ticket you faced today off your driving record. If you want a deferral, you would agree to pay $150 in court costs. If you have one infraction on your ticket, you would pay more if you have additional infractions. We give you 3 months to make those payments. And you would also agree to go 6 months without another ticket. If you do both those things, then the ticket you face today will not go on your driving record. And the advantage to you of keeping it off your record is if it's not there, it does not impact your insurance rates. By law, you're entitled to one deferral every 7 years. So when I call you your name, if you're in the courtroom, you'll come on up to the table. If you're on Zoom, just activate your audio and video. I'll swear you in and you'll let me know whether you want to do a deferral or contest the ticket. And if you want to contest the ticket, I will read the officer's report and then hear from you. And since I started at the beginning of the alphabet at 1:30, we'll start at the back right now. We'll start with Bryson Thacker.
Bryson Thacker.
Bryson Thacker. We have a continuance request for Mr. Thacker.
Maybe he was counting on being at the end of the alphabet. Oh, that's such a good question, but no. 100p. Always wear your seatbelt. I am the type of person, as a young person, and even now, I won't drive, and I will not allow my car to move without somebody wearing a seatbelt. I'll fight somebody on seatbelts. I'll fight you on the seatbelt. Right? Like, if I'm driving, I just won't drive. If it's somebody else's car, I can get very annoying. You know that like seatbelt noise in cars? I am 1000% more annoying than that. Also, guys, I think what I'm going to do.
No motorcycles or accelerators in the courtroom.
No motorcycles or accelerators in the courtroom? That's a weird one. I think what I'm going to do is we're going to finish up after this case-ish. I'm going to bump earlier the members only. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. We'll do members only at 2:45 or 5:45 East.
Thank you. What's that? No, either did I. All right, FTA for Mr. Thacker.
Failure to appear. All right, we'll get a good case before we leave.
Damon Stricklet. Mr. Stricklet, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
You'll need to somehow get closer to your microphone. I barely could hear you there.
Oh, is that better, Your Honor? I turned it up,
Yeah.
sorry.
Yep, very good. Thank you. All right, if you'd raise your right hand for me, please. Swear the testimony in this case to be the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
I do.
Thank you. All right, looks like you have a seatbelt ticket and I think a cell phone ticket. No, failure to obey traffic control device and a seatbelt ticket. And you did a deferral in 2019 in Shelton, so you're not eligible for a deferral. Did you read the officer's report?
Yes, Your Honor, I did.
Okay, I'm going to take a moment and read it and then I'll hear from you.
Read
Thank you,
so
Your Honor.
Yes.
slowly too. You're right. He's never worked in radio. He's never done a YouTube show. He's never done anything like that. Because yeah, it's night. It's nuts. Hi, Cece. We are almost done our show for today. This is the last case. I know it's a bit of a short one, but then we have members only. Judge, if I scroll, it will be the wrong place. This is the problem. You know what? Seatbelts.
All right, Mr. Strickland, go ahead.
We love you, Lori.
Hey, Your Honor, I definitely admit that I wasn't wearing my seatbelt on the seatbelt one. In the other one is, I'm not too sure about this. That's why I was kind of ambivalent about, contesting it and things like that. But I pulled up at the stoplight, where the county turnoff is off I-5. I'm not too sure what off ramp that is, but the car appeared like it was stalled because it was a red light or whatever, but they were sitting there for a while and there's you can turn on the right, on a red right there, right, turn right on the red, sorry. And so I went around the car and I went through the red light and, saw nobody was coming. So that's what I did with that maneuver right there. So I wasn't sure because I was stopped or whatever. And it appeared that the car was stalled and they weren't moving. So I went around them and went through the red light on the right.
All right. I guess the way to get the attention of a state trooper is to make him have to hit his brakes as he's coming up to a stoplight.
Thank you so much, Autistic Shill. Amazing, amazing, amazing. I am hoping your trip continues to be fun, fabulous, and fantastic. Triple F, baby. Thank you so much. You think the judge does amateur theater? That's possible. He has a great smile. He has a great smile.
Yeah, that's what I saw there too. I was like,
Yeah. But any other car wouldn't have been a problem. State trooper, he may pay attention. All right. I'll find committed on the seatbelt ticket. I'll find not committed on the obeying the traffic control device. And On the seatbelt ticket. That is $145. So contact the court. You have 30 days to do so and just make arrangements at that time to pay the $145.
Thank you, Your Honor. I really appreciate you.
All right. Thanks, Mr. Strickland.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, interesting. And this is why, can I redirect to members only? That's a good question. I'll try that, Vicky. Give me 1 second here. It might creed frame me as I do. This is why you should wear your seatbelt, by the way, because $145, it seems cheaper to wear the seatbelt to me. It seems cheaper to wear your seatbelt than to pay the ultimate price, possibly your life. Okay. Why are they so big? They're my big ones. I also have small ones. I also have heart ones. And then most finally, we will end on these. The deal with it glasses. Deal with it. I did redirect to the members only. So if you're a member, it should redirect over to the members only. I hope that everybody has had a wonderful Sunday. I am excited for tonight. I have fun plans with my daughter. So I appreciate you guys being flexible with the schedule today. I do know that it's a holiday tomorrow, but I will still be streaming. So don't you worry about it. Remember that I love you. I am proud of you. And I will see you very shortly at members only. Bye.